any excuse to listen to Zero from Ace Combat Zero is a good excuse to me, and today we're going to be listening to Zero, Music Beyond the Sky, Volume 5. Not sure how this is different from the original Zero I've listened to, but let's hear. Oh, it's live. Ooh. It takes on such a different meaning when it's just acoustic. None of the stuff. It almost feels like he's improvising, Maestro Kobayashi. Tension in those. Oh, cool. Such a wonderful unison. His glasses are cool. So what's really cool to me really quickly as we pause just in the middle of this, because I can't stop during this, it's really hard for me. It's such an amazing piece of music. I just can't believe this isn't a fighting game. This was the first piece that I ever heard from Ace Combat, and it completely changed my entire perspective on the series, thanks to Maestro Kobayashi. Hearing it in this really raw way with just 3 instruments, well, plus the castanets that are some sort of MIDI file, the guitar and the piano are actually dancing with each other, which makes sense as if we perceive this as a tango flamenco, waltz almost, tango, samba, jazz, fusion element. Plus we have traditional operatic singing. And what's really, really cool to me is that we are back and forth with the guitar and with the piano. And so what I mean by that is that the guitar is always strumming the same general phrasing, but then there are moments where the piano pulls back and it's a little bit more sparse and the guitar actually thrusts forward. And then vice versa, we flip and we switch, and then the piano actually is doing more things. It elevates the piano from the guitar. Then you add the vocalist, and what I love about this is that it's a very raw sound, and it really is live. There are moments there's little tiny dips in pitch, especially when we straight tone. It's very easy to dip and pitch slightly. Not to say that's a negative thing, but it's certainly something to understand why that happens. Because of the operatic quality of singing, sometimes when we straight tone, it's very easy to dip slightly. And it's a common thing that occurs. But then as she goes up, like that's high. You have to like really use your body in a certain way. And so it's interesting in this flamenco style to have this fully fledged operatic sound quality while also like not giving into the instrumentation that's around you as a singer. Now, she's wearing an earpiece, so I'm sure that she's monitoring them and she can hear them in the earpiece, but it's really hard when you start cracking, especially in the upper register, to hear string instruments and a piano in general. It's really difficult depending on where you're positioned. And she's pretty far away from the piano, which will make it more challenging as a singer to really hear those notes. This is so satisfying, I likely won't stop again. And see what I mean? The guitar is now taking over for where the piano was. They're dancing. Oof. Starting to pick up in rhythm. She's having so much fun too, it's so cool. I would be too. You wonder why I dance here. It's very freeform. It's very jazz improvisation right here. I definitely think that middle section loses out. It just doesn't really make sense for a solo singer. That's very much this choral thing, and it sounds a little bbit sparse. Now, granted, I've heard Zero with the fully orchestrated game version of it, but there is something that's lost in translation in this live version with the singer. Not because she sings poorly, but because it just doesn't. It feels just odd. It's arranged for a solo singer, and it doesn't really make sense, especially when you consider, if you've heard the original Zero, which if you're watching this you likely have, just how great that backing of 50 choir male singers. It really slaps you in the face with that intensity. I didn't love that section. I feel like actually the original is better, but otherwise there is something so incredibly magical about hearing a piece like this, like really pared down in sort of like a unplugged acoustic version. I do love this section where the soprano, like that's where the solo singing should be. So it's a little unfortunate that there wasn't at least like a 3 or 4 part male choir behind her, or like a pre-recorded section, because I really feel like that would really add to this, because otherwise it feels kind of odd and disjointed. It doesn't really make sense to my ear. That's genuinely hard to do, by the way, because she's like straight tone, a little bit of vibrato, mostly straight tone. Then we go ba 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 ba. That's really hard to do straight tone. That's nice. Yeah, really cool. That's so much fun. It's just something that everybody should experience, the opportunity to go and hear something that you would hear in a video game, but then hear it on a stage. Usually it can't be replicated, and it's so good. This video is already long. I'm gonna make it longer. Let's check out the Ace Combat Symphony Zero from Dual Mix. Check this out. I just wanna bring up the male section here. Listen to how much, listen. I could listen to that all day. That's where I feel like there's a little bit of a loss there with this unplugged thing. Not to say it's bad at all. It's actually amazing, and it's just so cool that they actually were able to do this. But that's all I have to say about that. Feel free to like, subscribe. There's a ton more Ace Combat on this channel and more to come, of course. Feel free to like, subscribe. There's links in the About section if you want to support the channel. Come join the Discord. We have a small Ace Combat community there for you to talk to and hang out with. As always, thanks a ton, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.